Hey guys, so come along with me for a day in the life at the barn. So this day, my coach was away, so I was taking care of the horses on the weekend. And I wanted to start off with riding Andy, but as you can see, he did not want to be caught. And I got there late, so the daylight was running out, so I just gave up, and I went to go grab Logan instead. So to start off, I just did the usual, took her blanket off, but not all the way since she's actually from Florida, so she gets cold super easily. So it's important to keep something on her at all times, even during the cold months. And then the dogs came to say hi. Um, but then I went back to brushing her and getting her ready. Also, with any situation, I just wanted to add that I don't usually let him get away with running away like that, because we all know it's a bad habit. So it was only really today that I didn't have a chance to actually catch him, just because the time switched back, so it gets darker way earlier. But since I know that he tries to do that sometimes, we've been trying to work through it. But also, I try and go a little bit earlier to plan ahead of time, so I'm not in such a big rush. Because cleaning stalls does take me a while sometimes, which means that I can't ride both horses most days, or I can't waste time trying to catch one horse. Also, I just want to say, ignore how stupid I look with the hat and the hoodie. It was like absolutely freezing out this day, so I was trying to stay warm because it was getting dark out and just cold in general. So yeah. After I finished brushing her off, I went back to the tack room to go and change my boots and get ready. I feel like my boots look especially bad in this video, or my padded boots I should say, because my half straps aren't ripped, but my boots are slowly like falling apart. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get some tall boots soon, because they are not gonna last very long unless I get something new soon. Once I finished getting ready, I grabbed Logan's stuff, like her saddle pad and her saddle, etc., and started tacking her up. And I just like to let her munch on some hay, because she's in the barn all by herself, so it's kind of nice to keep her distracted while I start tacking her up. So this video was like filmed a while ago, but you may have seen like some of my recent videos. She wasn't wearing an exercise sheet, but it's only because this like today or like the day that this was filmed, it was like super duper cold, so she really needed one. But a lot of times I will just bring a cooler down with me and just have it on during the warm up, and then put it on when I cool her down as well, just so she doesn't get too cold from being sweaty. But now that it's November, we'll start needing one more often. After I finished with that, I went and I put her bridle on, and we started walking down to the arena. So this ride, it was a while ago, so I'm trying to remember, but I think we were mainly trying to focus on bending, like we have been recently, since we're trying to get ready for a clinic. So yeah, we're just trying to get geared up for that and getting her like supple and bending nicely. And I've had a little bit of trouble with it recently, just because I hadn't ridden her in a while, and she gets really fast sometimes, and it's hard to kind of get to like slow down and get bending. So that was kind of what my goal was for this ride. And as you can see, she was doing so good today. I was super proud of her. So yeah, after that I just cooled her out. We didn't do too long of a ride yet because she's not clipped, and I need her to get clipped before I can do some more heavier work, just because she gets super sweaty fast. So yeah, anyways, after our ride I just got done, gave her some cuddles because she was being a really good girl, and I got off, and I like to loosen my girth and roll up my stirrups and everything, and then I usually walk her a few laps after I get off, just to let her muscles loosen a little bit. After that, I started to untack her while she continued to eat some hay. She is a sucker for hay or any food in her general vicinity when I'm trying to tack her up or anything. So yeah, also excuse the poop in the back. I will get to that later on in the video. But yeah, so I just untacked her. As you can see, literally as soon as I take the saddle off, I put the blanket right on, just because it's super important for her to stay warm. And I can assure you she wasn't sweaty, because that would be bad. And I did brush her after, but I was just trying to get her nice and warmed up after that ride. And after that, I took her back out and let her go and eat some grass and hang out with her friends outside. Then I usually go and put her stuff away. I'll usually like wash her bit off a little bit because it'll be like full of grass and stuff. Yeah, and then I started making their feed for the night. So everything was already pre-mixed in the buckets. I just had to soak some alfalfa cubes and add it to their grain. So yeah, it's divided evenly up between two of the horses there because the other one is a boarder's horse, so they don't take that. But yeah, so I just put that in there. After that, then I go fill them with water to let them soak for a few minutes so they can get all nice and fluffy and soaked. Also, just ignore the fact that I look like an absolute grandpa right now. I don't know what my posture is doing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video.